to my channel. So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me, but this is a girl talk, period. So today's video, I just talk about like confidence, I talk about self-love, I talk about boys, I talk about toxic relationships. Like, I just was rambling, I was running my mouth. So yes, I just talk about a bunch of different things. Like I said, if this doesn't make any sense, I'm really sorry. Like, once I get to talking, I just talk. Like, I just say whatever comes in my mind. So I don't really know how good this video is going to be or anything, but I really hope you guys enjoyed the video nevertheless. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But enough with all this rambling that I keep doing, because I'm about to ramble on the entire video. And let's just get right into the video. Okay, my love, so today we're gonna be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, period. You know, I don't know why I'm talking like that, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me. So let's just get right into it, because I got a lot of topics that I want to talk about, and I like to ramble, I like to talk a lot, like, and I don't want this video to be like an hour long, because I just want to get straight to the point while also beating my face. So also, I'm laying my wig, so y'all know how it goes. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a girl talk, you know, talk a little bit about, you know, confidence, self-love, you know, just everything in that ballpark. I just wanted to do this girl talk because, like I said, this is something that I feel like a lot of people should talk about more. Like, I feel like it's something that everybody goes through and deals with, but nobody really like speaks on it, you know? And I don't know, I just feel like I wanted to do a girl talk about it, because I love talking about stuff like this. Like, I like to talk, like, honestly, I always talk to my friends about this and everything. And I always personally, like, I like watching lives and stuff on Instagram, and people always talking about stuff like this. So I was like, you know what, let me put in my little 2 cents, my little advice that I feel like is helpful and would work. I'm so sorry if I'm touching my hair a lot. I didn't put any clips in my hair, and it's just all in my face because I just straightened it and I didn't want any dents in it, so I didn't put any clips. But I'm pretty sure halfway through this video I'm gonna put some clips in it, because this is getting on my nerves. So I just want to start off by saying that self-love happens over time. Like, self-love isn't something that you're just born with, you know what I mean? Because everybody has flaws, everybody has something that they don't like about themselves, and everybody wants what they don't have. That's just how life goes, you know? Like, if you have it, you know, it's just what you have, but you see somebody else with something else that you don't, and you're like, oop, but you're like, oh, like, I wish I had that. Like, I wish my eyebrows look like that. I wish my eyes look like that. I wish my whatever look like that, my body, whatever. And it's like, dang, why wasn't I born that way? And it sucks, but I don't know. It's hard to get out of that mindset of wanting what you don't have and wanting something that somebody else's has, because it's like really nothing you can really do about it. Although, like, there are, you know, cosmetic changes and everything that you can do, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like you have to love yourself first. And basically how to do that is that you have to be confident in yourself, and you have to be confident in everything, like how you look, what you do. Because if you're not, you're never gonna feel satisfied. You're never gonna really get treated the way that you want to get treated, because you don't see that value in yourself. Like, you just have to know your values, you know? So some tips that I have to being confident and how to be confident in yourself, how to love yourself. It, like I said, it takes time. So it's not an overnight process, like by any means. Literally, it's gonna take some time. Like you have to be dedicated. You have to be 100% dedicated and focused on you, focused on loving yourself. It's not something that you could just wake up and be like, oh my God, like I really, like I hated myself yesterday, but today I love myself. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really work like that. Like, I mean, it might work like that for somebody else, but if you're really working at it and everything, like that will happen to you. Like gradually you'll just start loving and appreciating you, like the features that God gave you. And it's not even just like features, because it could be things internally that you don't like. Like personally, growing up, I was always very skinny and I was very shy. So physically, I was pretty insecure about my body. Like I was like, dang, like I'm just so skinny, like all these other girls are like da, and I'm just like a stick. Like people will always come around me putting their fingers around my wrist, like, girl, you are so skinny, you're so skinny. And like it used to really like irk me, because I used to be like, there's really nothing I could do about that. Like, why are you so pressed about I'm so skinny, So it used to make me feel like upset, because there's really nothing I could do about how skinny I was. Like obviously I eat every day type stuff, like what can I really do about it? But then over time I just started focusing on me, like stop worrying about the opinions of others, and just started appreciating my body, like realizing that this is the body God gave me. If I was meant to be bigger, I would be bigger, you know what I mean? Like I'm not. And obviously, like, you can work towards everything. Like you can diet yourself and watch your calorie intake so you can gain weight and stuff like that. But I was in elementary school, middle school type stuff. Like I was eating anything, like whatever my mama gave me, all the snacks in the world. I was eating anything that I wanted, and I wasn't gaining no weight. So really what I had to do was, because it was like that forever, like it's still like that. Like I'm still a pretty small girl. Like I'm very small. So it's just like I just had to over time just realize and focus on, I just really have to just realize that who cares? Like their opinions really don't matter. Like at the end of the day, I have to wake up in this body and I have to roll out of my bed every day, look at myself, and like this is my body, this is me. Like who am I to wake up every morning and look at myself in the mirror and be like, girl, you're so ugly, like you're so skinny, da da da. Like who finna wake up every day and be that negative about themselves? You know what I mean? Like you just have to realize that ain't it. That ain't it, sis, at all. So don't do that. So basically, and also what I was saying, like that's just the physical aspect, but I also really hated how shy I was. I was so shy. Like making friends was so hard for me once I got to middle school. Like elementary school, I don't really think I was really that shy, but I don't know what it is about when I got to middle school. I was so shy. Like, girl, I didn't want to talk to nobody. But so it's more than just hating like physical looks. Like you can be very insecure about a lot of things. Like I was very insecure about my personality because I was so shy. I really didn't want to talk. People will always be like, oh my God, you're so quiet, like you don't ever say anything, da, da, da. Like that really made me feel like, dang, like why is everybody like, I was worried about if I talked to them or not, like I wish I could talk to you, but I really know what to say, and I'm kind of like, I'm shy, like I don't really know what to do about it. So I really hated that about myself too, because I'd be like, dang, like I just wish I could be as outgoing as all these people, but it was just never like that for me. But it's like, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. What I did was I just took time to myself. And what I mean is like, you really just have to be by yourself, be alone, and really focus on yourself. Take the time to appreciate yourself. Every day when you look in the mirror, say something positive about yourself. Don't say anything negative. Don't be like, oh, I look ugly today, or oh, my under eyes are so puffy, or this. Like, just say positive things about yourself every single day. Like, And if there's something that you just genuinely don't like about yourself, like physically, you can work towards fixing that. And that's what I'm saying. You need to spend time by yourself. Like, you literally need to be dedicated to working on yourself to make yourself the version of you want to be. You know what I mean? If it's fixable. If it's not fixable, you literally just need to just over time realize that this is who I am. You know what I mean? Like, that person is talking about you for being X, Y, and Z, but that person was waking up thinking, oh, I hate X, Y, and Z about myself as well. You know what I mean? Nobody is perfect. Nobody. You're constantly hearing people's opinion on you, or like, if you're letting things like social media control your emotions about how you feel about yourself, you need to just delete them. You need to delete them. You need to stop following these Instagram models. You need to stop following people who just you idolize because of their body, because of their face, because all these different things, because you are never going to feel better about yourself if you're constantly looking at people that you think are better than you. You know what I mean? Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Because literally, like I said, you always want what you can't have. Them girls work on themselves all the time because, once again, they don't like themselves as well. Like, they get on Instagram and they post their best version of themselves because they don't want those opinions. They don't want those judgments on them. They, you know, they're gonna edit the heck out of those pictures so their body looks glistening, so their booty look big and all that stuff, because they want people to look at them and be like, oh my gosh, like they are perfect, like they're da da da. Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody's skin looks like that. Nobody, you know, like, nobody looks like that. And that's why it's like, it's just harmful to yourself by following people like that. And when you know you're not secure of yourself, really just focus on yourself. Have a lot of pamper days, self-care days where you're just working on, like, you know, fixing your skin, or doing stuff that makes you happy, that makes you love yourself. Like, personally, like me, like, I love my self-care days where I just go get my nails done, and some nights I'll just do like face masks and stuff, listen to music, and it just makes me feel good about myself. Like, it makes me feel like, I don't know, I just put myself in a better mood. Like, if you're just constantly just looking at yourself like skin trash, nails not done, blah blah, like, when my nails and stuff not done, I just feel like the worst version of myself, literally. So I just take time out of my day to make sure I look good how I want to look. Like, I fix the things that I don't like about myself. But the thing is, the gag is, there's not really anything I don't like about myself anymore. It's because I took the time to love myself. You know what I mean? It wasn't an overnight thing, but I took the time to look at myself every day and be like, wow, like, I really like this about myself today. I like that about myself. Like, I don't care what nobody says about me, period. Because I realized one day that this is my body, and like I said, I'm not gonna wake up every day and just be negative about myself, because you only get one body. Like, you only get one you, so you're the only you. So why care so much about what somebody else has to say about you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Focus on finding happiness within yourself. Like, do the things that make you happy. Like, because if you rely on other people for happiness, you're never going to be truly happy. Like, that's just literally temporary happiness. You need to do the things that make you happy alone, so it'll always be there. You know what I mean? Like, personally, I do YouTube because YouTube has helped me be really confident in myself. Like, my very first video, I was just so shy. Like, I just really wasn't talking to myself, but it's put me in a position to where I can literally get on camera looking crazy and not care, because I'm confident in myself to post myself to whoever watches my videos. You know what I mean? So YouTube is personally what I do by myself that helps me gain confidence every time I post a video. Like, every time I post a video, I see a difference in myself. Like, wow, like, a year ago, I would have never thought I would post a video like that, because I look crazy. And I don't care. Like, now I don't really care, because I don't know, it's like I'm forced to look at myself in like at my worst or whatever, and I'm showing whoever's watching, you know what I mean? So I think this is what helps me, and like, I feel like everybody should do something like that. Like, do something or find an outlet to help them be happy. Like, that they like to do that makes them feel good about themselves. So yeah, self-care days and just focusing on yourself. Like, don't keep hopping from relationship to relationship because you think that, oh, like, I find happiness in other people because he tells me that I'm beautiful. So if he tells me I'm beautiful, that means I'm beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Because, sweetie, you cannot rely on people, these boys, to, for, like, no, no, no. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to always depend on them to make you feel like a beautiful person or just make you feel good about yourself. Like, no, you need to wake up every day feeling good about yourself because you feel good about yourself, not because X, Y, and Z told you look good. Like, no, that should just be an icing on the cake. Like, somebody tell me I look good, I know, period. You know, like, thank you, I know. That's how you should feel. Like, you shouldn't, I mean, you don't gotta say that, but I'm saying, like, that's how you should feel inside. Like, I know, like, not like, oh my god, you think I look good today? Like, I feel like I look so ugly. Like, cut that out. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. You should never, ever, ever, ever feel like that. Because relying on a boy, like, you know, it's good to hear, like, a guy tell you that he thinks you're pretty or something like that. But I honestly, like, personally, a guy telling me that I look pretty makes me feel no type of way. Like, honestly, like, all I can really tell you is thank you. Like, I know, but you not, like, compliments, period, make me happy, makes my day. But a guy thinking that he can manipulate you just because he thinks you're pretty, not this way. And it shouldn't be your way either. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you should know that you look good. And you should know that anybody will be lucky to have you. Because it's really, like, sucks when people stay in really sucky situations because they're not secure themselves to realize that they look good. Like, they can do better. Like, they can be with somebody better just because they feel like that person told them that they, you know, that person tells them the stuff that they want to hear. They feel like, oh, like, nobody else will make me feel like this, blah, blah, blah. But girl, I'm telling you, I am telling you, there's somebody out there that'll make you feel 10 times better, and you don't gotta do all that, okay? Period. It makes me want to go into the topic of toxic relationships. I'm kind of jumping all around, but whatever, I can never stay on topic. Toxic relationships just shouldn't be a thing. If you feel like somebody is bad for you from the beginning, from the first red flag, you should just get out. You should just stop talking to that person, cut them off immediately. Because I feel like once I see a red flag, from experience, once I see my first red flag, it always goes downhill from there. Always, 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 always. And personally, I love myself entirely too much to deal with somebody that doesn't make me feel good about myself or just doesn't make me feel good, period. Like, you doing the extras, you doing the dramatics. Like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I could be by myself. Like, personally, since I spent so much time by myself, focusing on myself, doing what I need to do to be my best self, it's helped me realize that I'm so good at being by myself. Like, I'm so good at being alone. I don't need anybody. I don't need a boyfriend to make me feel good. I don't need a boyfriend for nothing. Like, I feel like if I get a boyfriend, I want a boyfriend that's gonna help add to my life, not to fill a hole in my life. You know, like, there is no hole. There is no hole. And if you feel like you have a hole in your life, some type of void, some type of hole that you need to fill up, you need to fill that hole yourself. You don't need a person to fill that hole for you, because when they leave, they're going to drain and you're going to be back to where you started, and you're going to be 10 times worse because you depended on that person so much to constantly fill you up that they don't want to deal with that. And also, it's like, you need to just do that on your own. You need to be with somebody because they add value to your life. Like, not because you feel like you're alone or because you want somebody to spend time with. Like, girl, if that's how you feel, you need to get a hobby. Personally, Like, that's how, another thing, YouTube, like, I just felt like, oh, I have so much alone time, and, you know, I'd be kind of bored, I'd be kind of lonely. Like, I used to be, like, lonely and stuff, and now I just spend my free time doing my YouTube videos because it makes me feel good about myself, and I don't need a person to fill any holes in my life, because I'm gonna fill them myself if I have them, period. And you should do the same. But like I said, like, it sounds easy, like, you know, but it's really not. That's why it, like, sucks, because it's like, dang, it's just so easy to fall on somebody to make you feel good when they're just doing it. But you just have to realize it's easy as it is for them to come in your life. It's just as easy for them to leave, and leave you back to square one where you started, and that is not fun. But when you're already secure yourself, it just, I don't know, when you're already secure yourself, you don't really worry about if something ends, you know, because it's like, dang, like, they was acting funny, I ain't like how they was moving, cut, straight up, straight like that, period. When you see that first red flag, you just gotta run, because I feel like, yeah, everybody, you know, messes up, makes mistakes, whatever, but I don't know, it's just, I don't feel like I have to deal with that. I shouldn't have to deal with, this lighting is bright. I feel like I shouldn't have to deal with people that just don't know how to act, you know? So it's like, I've always been that way though. So personally, I haven't really dealt with anybody toxic, because like I said, first red flag, I am out of there. I don't gotta talk to you. Like, I really don't. I don't have to talk to you. Like, I'm good. I'm straight on it. Like, I don't need you. You don't need me. So, like, so I just feel like everybody should, like, feel like that, because it's like, you really don't need anybody. Like, you need your parents. You need whoever your support system in your life. And that's it. Like, really, like, at the end of the day, I just feel like you're, all you really got is yourself. And there's situations in life where you feel like people will have your back, and they literally won't have your back at all. So I don't know, I just feel like you should always just prioritize yourself. Put yourself first, always and forever. And that's the thing, I feel like a lot of people don't put themselves first, because maybe they love somebody more than they love themselves, which is not okay, because they just don't have any love for themselves. They like I said, they just depend on that person so heavily, to the point where they just feel like, if I lose this person, I will lose myself, and that is just not okay. So it's like, you need to just cut these people off, period. And like I said, like, you just really have to take time to yourself to do that. Like, it's easy to say like, oh, cut them out, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't love yourself, you can't do it. So like I said, you just have to take time alone to know your values, know what you want out of life, know what you bring to the table, because you bring a lot to the table, period. Like, don't ever think there's nothing you bring to the table, because that used to be me. Like, I used to be feeling like that. Like, I used to be like, I don't know, like, I used to be feeling like that. But it's like, now I just realized, baby, I'm a whole package. Like, I bring A, B, C, D to the table. And you should feel like that too. You just got to realize when somebody is just not for you, somebody is just not good for you. And it's a lot of things that people do that you don't even realize. Like, it's just like subtle, really subtle manipulation. Like, people that, like, boys that don't want you to go out, boys that don't want you to have fun, boys who know that you are relying on them. They know that. Like, boys know that, so they will manipulate you any chance they get, like, to control you, to do what they want to do. Like, no, toxic, bye, period. Run. But I don't know, I just feel like people just rely so much on love and rely so much on somebody making them feel good about themselves that they forget that you can feel good about yourself on your own. I just know I was gonna put these clips in my head, but anyway, you don't have to depend on people for happiness. That's just a way for them to manipulate you and control you to do whatever they want out of your life, like, you know, like use you or just manipulate you, and that's just not cool. You don't want that. If somebody really cared about you, really loved you, whatever, they wouldn't do that. Like, use your weaknesses against you. But when you love yourself and when you like secure yourself and you realize that I don't have to deal with this, like, these boys not gonna play with you. Period. Like, these boys not gonna play with you, because at the end of the day, like, once you set them boundaries from day one, these boys not gonna play with you. And if they do play with you, you need to let them know you're not the one to play with. Period. Because like I said, I don't deal with toxic people. Like, if I know off rip, like, soon as I start communicating with somebody, just the way they respond, how they just carry themselves type stuff, I'm like, good on it, straight on it. Like, I literally do not have to talk to you. But I've been talking so much, I do my makeup all out of order. Because if you're relying on somebody, like, it's pretty obvious that you're relying on them, so they're gonna use that against you always. But once you said from the beginning, like, I mean, it's not usually you have to say, like, I don't need you, so don't waste my time. But it's like, once you say it from the beginning that, like, if I feel like somebody just like just doing too much, I'm just not gonna respond. Or I'm just gonna be like, why you acting like that? Like, stop acting like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just me personally. But it's like, because I know, you know? And I feel like everybody should feel like that. So always just set boundaries from the beginning with these boys, because if you don't, they're going to use it against you. They're going to, you know, they're just going to do what they do. And who has time for that? I feel like the moral of the story is realizing that you just have one life, literally, and you're not about to waste that life fooling with somebody you don't need to be fooling with. Period. At the end of the day, I don't need you. Period. Soon as you realize that you're good on your own, and you know, if they're not adding value to your life, like if they're not making you a better person that you already are, then you don't need them. Like, you don't even need nobody, but I'm saying, like, they're not doing anything beneficial for you. So like what's the point? All they want to do is argue, play victim. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Okay, y'all, so that is the end of my video. I got both my lashes on. Thank goodness, because I didn't think it was gonna happen for a minute. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this girl talk video. I really don't even know what I was talking about in this video. I'm a rambler. I was just rambling. Like, who knows what I even talked about. When I edit this video, I'm probably gonna be like, girl, what are you talking about? But I really hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Subscribe for more videos.